Hello and welcome. Hi, I'm Cindy Pruitt, president of Laguna Beach Live, and thank you for coming out on this wonderful, nice, wintry night. But this music will warm you up. We're happy to have you here. Just a thank you to all our members, and if you're not a member, I hope you'll join us. It's great. We've got some board member in the back here, Rick, who will help you, give you any advice, and Steve's too busy, but he's also on the board, as am I. We just love to have you as members because not only do we do this, we're doing once a month at the Art Museum, and we're starting a program for families at the Art Museum. And in February, we're going to kick off our Jazz Winter Series and some other things that are great plans. So we're happy to do that and have you here and find out all about it. It's lagunabeachlive.org. And all I have to say is please turn off your cell phones or silent them. It's so nice to have a crowd here that we have to do that. And I'm so pleased to have Beth come and tell you more about Beths Tuesdays and what she has planned.
She's so good at that. Yeah. Is she done it 10,000? Well, you know, you can still do something 10,000 times and be terrible at it. I know that for a fact. Tonight we're going to have me, and we're going to have Michelle Mangione, and we're going to have Jody Siegel. So it's going to be a chick night. It's going to be, and it's we all know how to play guitars really well, you know, kind of. So anyway, welcome to Singer-Songwriter Night, the night of a musical adventure and all that sort of thing. Voices inside my head telling me to wake up and get out of bed. I know I will stay here safe in my own cocoon until the sun's straight up at the crack of noon. I know that the peach is ripe and the water's fine. Better than that, I know you're a friend of mine. I know words like here and eternity. But why do they have to apply to you and me? Life is going faster than I can run. I hardly get warmed up before my day is done. I know. They say that you can't know happiness without pain. That only goes to prove that they are insane. 'Cause pain is a jealous thing that will not let go. Spin it around and spend it on down below. We fit pretty well in our chosen souls. We're here, and it's now, then somehow it's time to go. So hey, do the best you can and be on your way. Somewhere is someone having a lovely day. Your turn will come, my friend, if I have my say. I know, I know, I know. Thank you. That song came about because one time I needed to write a song, but I couldn't think of anything to write about. So I just figured, well, you know, I do hear myself say, I know a lot. So I started there. I just started, okay, then what? Okay, tuning. And that was how I started that song. And this song I wrote because I was supposed to write about peace for a church service. So, but it wasn't very peaceful. So here's a song about peace not. I'd like, wouldn't that be nice? That'd be kind of cool. These are kind of old ones. In the evening, trouble sleeping. Peace in my kitchen, trouble sleeping down the hall. Please don't awake it, not just yet, yet the quiet creep into corners, it'll be there when I call. I've had so little of this, I don't know what to aim for. Peace, did I earn it? Can I keep it? Precious secret. So much lighter, I bet I could fly. Fear, thick and freezing, wraps around me, trouble wakens. I'm slow and heavy, and I can't breathe, trouble's nigh. Then, from the corner, that familiar thing I put there, peace, take the devil, that's my brand new battle cry. Thank you. Okay, new song time. we did this kind of this crazy thing at the Mar Bar for many years, for 10 years, and there was always a point in the night where it was fall on my sword time, and that's right now. I've got a brand new song, and it's really a bummer. So if you need to go to the bathroom, go ahead and go now. I just saw those people just kind of. But anyway, yeah, this is about a hard subject. It's about a child who has to be in a bad situation and what that does. Sometimes. Anyway, here it is. A child, upset, confused, don't know what to do, cries, rages, he blames himself for you. He's blind, new mind, so ready to begin, to reach, to grow, to put it all together and go. But things are bad at night, and daylight comes along, daylight comes along. An idiotic fright that he's doing something wrong. They fight, rage, quiet or loud, and why or who? Is it me or him or you? He makes his tools to cope, stuff they left behind, cast off bits of rope that they cast off bits of rope to take each other down. They fight, rage, he takes it all inside, it grows in veins, space he will abide. He learns that love is dangerous. Oh, damn it, I'm sorry.
Hey, Beth,
I can't see it.
let me put it down here.
Yeah, that would be good. I've only got a little bit more of this stupid thing, and then it'll be out of my system. And then you can forget all about it, because the rest of the set is going to be funny. Here we go.
Beth, we love you just the way you are.
Oh boy. Okay. See, this is one of those. Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. Okay. That's fine. Okay. They fight, rage, rage, quiet or loud, and why or who? Is it him or me or you? He makes his tools to cope with stuff they left around, cast off bits of rope they hoped would take each other down. They fight, rage, he takes it all inside, it grows in veins, the space he will abide. He learns that love is dangerous, it blocks away his joy. Movement's worse than paralysis, how's he supposed to be a boy? Okay, now that I got that out of it. Now, this is the fun part. I'm going to tune here. I'm going to do an Ernest Truce song. I'm supposed to do all my songs, but Ernest Truce was supposed to play tonight, and he couldn't make it because he got a headache or something. Actually, that's true. What's that? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's. But you know, I'm really sorry he couldn't make it. But I'm really glad that Michelle could make it. But this is a kind of a little biblical moral story. And I stole Ernest's wonderful guitar part. And I threw away the words. Yeah, this is okay. At least my pants didn't split down the back, which small victory, right? Well, Jacob went down to the river, swore to repent his sin. And the river ran high and it swept him away, 'cause it ain't gonna listen to him. No, it ain't gonna listen to him. Well, the mud is the blood of the river, and it scoured his bones till they gleam. And it laid him to rest where the green waters crest. You ain't never seen Jacob so clean. No, never seen Jacob so clean. Let the river take him home. Let the river take him home. Let the river take his hard life to the sea. Let it take him tooth and stone, muscle, flesh, and bone. Someday that old river will be the death of me. Well, John pleaded down by the river, for his meager crop was thin. And the river rose high and it swept him away, 'cause it ain't gonna listen to him. No, it ain't gonna listen to him. Well, the cotton and the sugar gonna come back, but old John, his days are spent, with his nights in the tank and his mornings on the bank, waiting for the river to relent. He's waiting for the river to relent. Let the river take him home. Let the river take him home. Let the river take his hard luck to the sea. Let it take him tooth and stone, muscle, flesh, and bone. Someday that old river will be the ruin of me. Young Willie brought the question to the river, do I always have to take it on the chin? And the river rose high and it swept him away, 'cause it ain't gonna listen to him. No, it ain't gonna listen to him. Well, he swam to the bottom and he stood up. He said, you ain't the worst bully I've met. And the river done spat him right back out, said, I ain't quite ready for you yet. No, I ain't quite ready for you yet. And he rode that river home. Yes, he rode that river home. And he rode that river hard down to the sea. And when all his riding was done, and he taught that river song, he said, you know, old river, it just could be you met your match in me. Okay, now, this is my Christmas song. Imagine, if you will, a Muppet parade in Target. Told you. So there's also, this is a sing-along. And your part goes, ho, 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 it's Christmas. 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 It's Christmas, it's Christmas. And what does that mean? What does that mean? The answer on faces is everywhere seen, everywhere seen. Eyes wide, smiles bright. Miracles can happen on Christmas night. It's Christmas. Ho, 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 it's Christmas. It's Christmas, it's Christmas. And what'll we do? What'll we do? We'll shop and we'll ponder on something for you, something for you. Got my hopes high. I will find the right thing to make you smile. Everybody knows it, still it's a big surprise. Something good is coming with the moon rise. Fly my biggest wishes to the Christmas star to shine on you wherever you are. It's Christmas.
Ho, 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 it's Christmas.
Okay, you keep doing that, and I'm going to do
Ho, ho, it's
a bugle
Christmas.
solo. It's Christmas, it's Christmas. No matter what faith, no matter what creed, the message, the spirit is all that you need, all that you need. Goodwill to men, miracles have happened and will again.
It's Christmas.
Christmas, Christmas. Ho, 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 it's Christmas. Christmas, Christmas. Ho, 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 it's Christmas. Christmas time is here.
Ho, ho, it's Christmas.
Ho,
Ho, ho, it's Christmas.
Christmas.
Ho, 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 it's Christmas.
Thank you. That's quite enough of that. Can you mute these things? What we're gonna do next is we're going to mute this, and we're going to mute this, and then we're going to change over from Michelle to play. And I think Steve is going to be talking to Jody, if I'm not mistaken. I think. You want to do that? You know, like chat about stuff while Michelle gets this stuff going. So, okay, you may mute now.
Okay, can you keep talking?
Okay. Yeah. All right. Oh, okay. Okay. Are we muted yet? No, we're not muted yet.
Not muted yet.
Not muted yet. Okay. So
Actually, you can.
this is so interesting for the
People
viewers
at home.
at
Yeah.
home. Can you just? It's the red button, Steve.
Thank you, Beth. Okay. Here's Jody Siegel.
Here's Jody.
And Jody and I have known each other for too many years.
Too many.
Jody's one of my favorite singer-songwriters.
Oh, wow, thanks.
I love your whole kind of R&B, just groovy thing you got going. And I actually try to channel you when I'm trying to really be solidly in the groove.
Cool.
So, yeah, you're a model for me.
Thank you.
And so, how's it going?
Keeps going. How are you?
I-
This is such a great thing that Laguna does, and Laguna is such an art community. I used to live down here 2 husbands ago. and it's always been it's always felt like home to me, so I have to give Laguna a big hand for always putting artists and musicians first. It's really cool.
Yeah. So Jody has a songwriter thing on Tuesdays up in Lomita.
Yes,
On-
I do.
Some Tuesdays.
It's actually every 3rd Tuesday of the month we do one up in Lomita. Lomita is right like south of Redondo Beach on Pacific Coast Highway.
Yeah, it's kind of a neat little town.
And it's a good place too.
Yeah,
It-
it's a good sounding room, and
And they have great beer.
they have great beer. It's a crafted beer place, and they have pizza and sandwiches and
Yeah.
whatnot. And the owner is also a musician, so that's
Yeah.
cool.
So tell me about songwriting. Why did you get infected with it?
Well, my dad was a songwriter. They did a Netflix. Well, it's on Netflix now. It's called Bathtubs Over Broadway, and he wrote industrial musicals, which were full-blown musicals back in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, and they were just musicals for salesmen of big corporations like Coca-Cola or whatever. Anyway, so they did a documentary about that called Bathtubs Over Broadway. So it's kind of in my blood, is what I'm trying
Yeah.
to get at. And I don't think anything makes me happier than that. Writing
Mhm.
songs is my favorite thing.
And how much time do you spend doing it?
I get up like 4 or 5 every day and just about and do it until I can't stand myself anymore.
And how long does that usually take?
Depending on the day. I just go from song to song because I'm obsessed with it, and I'm just such a fan of it. It's like putting a puzzle together, and I'm so inspired by songwriters that I grew up with that changed my life. When I heard their songs, and
Yeah.
so it's just something that's in me I can't stop doing it.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I'm always fascinated by people who do something because they have to do it, and they have kind of no choice. In fact, I've had a fairly decent career in the music business, and a lot of times kids would come from high school and interview me about the future, what they should do, and what Beth's thing, if she told me one time, what you need to say is, if you cannot do this, don't do it. Because a lot of them come in and say, well, I'm going to do a job at the bank, and then I'm going to be, do music at night. It's like, you've got to be in the deep end to really get good at it.
I mean, I have a lot of students. Like, I have a new student who's a rocket scientist. Blew my mind when she showed up, and I was so amazed by the fact that she was a rocket scientist, and she, in turn, was amazed that I was a musician, right? So people are just so interesting.
Yeah.
And why shouldn't a rocket scientist be into music? Why not?
Sure.
And she's obviously not going to do it for a living, but it brings her so much joy to sing.
Yeah.
And she's singing Pat Benatar songs, and it's just people are amazing.
Yeah.
I just think if you're into music, start playing it, pick up an instrument, learn it, because it's just such a joyful thing to do, even if you're not going to do crazy stuff like we do, like get up in front of people and try to make a living at it. It's a joyful, beautiful thing. So.
But it used to be that when there wasn't so much electronic diversion, people did play music. Everybody played piano, and there wasn't that much to do, so that was the way. And in a certain kind of way, it's like a video game. You've got notes coming at you, and you have to push buttons to avoid wrong notes. And I mean, it's kind of, your brain works in a certain kind of way with the playing part of it.
Right.
Anyway.
Right. Well, I think some people have a talent to do it, and other people develop a talent. Some of my students are tone deaf. I hope they're not listening.
Well, hopefully, they won't know. That's the beauty of that.
But they can't hit a note, but they're getting better at it, and to see how happy they are when they actually hit the note, it makes me happy.
Yeah,
it really does.
Yeah. Well, Jody, you make us happy too. I mean, really, again, I can't emphasize how much I like people who do it because of the love of it, and not about how it's going to make something out of them, but that they're going to make something out of it, and you're high on that list, woman.
Likewise.
So,
Okay, enough of this. Let's listen to
yeah. Okay, so now,
So do you want to introduce her?
yeah, let's give that a shot.
Yeah. It's the red buttons. Yeah.
Hey, I was enjoying that. You could have gone on for a long time. Ladies and gentlemen,
Michelle Mangione.
last night I chased a villain to an unfamiliar place, way down on the other side of town. Well, I dreamt I was the hero, what a way to end the chase. I took my sword and took him to the ground. Lying in my shadow, he did whisper something clear. I could have sworn that villain knew my name. And for just a moment my reflection did appear. The hero and the villain are the same. Hey, hey, lie, 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 lie. Well, he said, I must tell you, it's about time that we meet. And I said, there is no need to explain. You can pack your bags tomorrow, 'cause as long as you are here, I do believe my troubles will remain. And I wondered what would happen if I shot him in the back. But who was I to put my soul to shame? So he asked me just to face him, or at least to face the fact the hero and the villain are the same. Hey, hey, lie, 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 lie. And I remember chasing Jupiter. Yesterday was easier. If I surrender, how can I be sure it's time? That hero chased me down as if he'd tracked my every move. He told me he had one thing left to say. If it wasn't for my failures, I would never see the truth. He shook my hand and rode his horse away. Yeah, it didn't go down easy like a remedy for sale. But if he knew the price he'd have to pay wasn't made of gold or silver, he would still have made the deal. sing Jupiter. Yesterday was easier. If I surrender, how can I be sure it's time? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. That was that song was called Jupiter. Before I continue, I just want to thank you so much, Beth, for inviting me tonight. This is, I'm in awe of the songwriters that I hear and the guitar. I heard Jody playing guitar earlier. I'm like, man, will you give me lessons? That's really cool. But it's really a pleasure to be around people who and they know you even if you don't know them, personally. Because I think as songwriters, at least this one, and I'm pretty sure other people can relate. Sometimes it's hard to find a voice, and this kind of has given us a voice when we. At least I always had trouble communicating, talking, finding words, and this helped a lot. So I'm very grateful, and I just want to make sure you have the auto tune on, right, dude? Oh man, it's just so weird. I'm like nervous. It's weird. My hands are shaking, right? Right? All right, so. I specialize in bummer songs, so I'm going to play a few for you now. I just feel like, it's all about experience. I've written about my experience, and that's all I know, and so that's what I write about. And sometimes life's a bummer, right? So, right, this is the lemonade we make out of the lemons. This song is called America the Blue. If I play it in the right key. Do you believe in what you say? Is it the same as what you do? Flying your head in the clouds, do you feel alright? Do you save all your prayers for a rainy day? Let your allegiance slip away. Better hold on to yourself and hold on tight. Take me back to where I belong. No, there must be a better way. Roll out the barrel one more time if there is justice to be done. Take me back to where I belong. Pull my hand from a loaded gun. I'm not the only fool in this game. I'm not the only one. Right? I met a hero at my doorstep. He only did what he had to do. He surely had found the American dream come true. He reached for a nickel with his right hand under a long, cold, lonely night. Now he never felt so red, white, and blue. Take me back to where I belong. No, there must be a better way. Roll out the barrel justice to be done. Take me back to where I belong. Pull my hand from a loaded gun. I'm not the only fool in this game. I'm not the only one, no, no. But tell me once or twice, don't like the shape I'm in. Well, I've been here before and I'm not going back again. Oh, no, no. Take me back to where I belong. I know there must be a better way. Roll out the barrel one more time if there is justice to be done. Take me back to where I belong. Pull my hand from a loaded gun. I'm not the only fool in this game. I'm not the only one. Oh, no. I'm not the only fool in this game. I'm not the only one. I'm not the only fool in this game. I'm not the only one. Thank you. Okay. Okay. That actually, I wrote that song after I was living in Santa Monica when the rent was like $500. You know, you could play 5-7 nights a week and pay your bills, and you know, rent was $500 a month on Ocean Avenue. It was crazy. And there was a homeless guy, a veteran, that was living in the alley behind my apartment building. And here I am living in an apartment building on the beach. And I don't know, it just something seemed really, really wrong about that. So I wrote that song called America the Blue. This next song came from, I'm really bad at social media. I suck at it, right? And I actually went on, I thought, you know what, I'm gonna try and do something useful if I can with it. So I put a post out, I guess that's what you call it. I don't even know, I don't care, but put a post out that said, to some of my listeners, that said, can you send me your fears? I wanna know what you're afraid of. I'm gonna write a song about all of our fears. So I got all sorts of really cool things like, earthquakes and spiders and losing people, and, so I put them all into this one song. But it has a happy ending. Right? See if I can actually play it. When the pirates knock the wind out of your sails, when you think you're just not strong enough to fail, even if you think the hope will soon be gone, march on, march on, march on. When you feel that you have lost the will to fight, the earth is shaking, there's no evidence in sight. But where you're standing is the place that you belong. March on, march on, march on. Love will find you. Leave the spiders and the snakes behind you. note in your song. There's no right and there's no wrong. When you stand to lose the things you love the most, when the darkness creeps up on you like a ghost, the truth is out there, you can make it before dawn. March on, march on, march on. Yeah. This is my AC/DC lick. Here it comes. Lies you were told, weave the linings of the dreams you were sold, as you stumble through the things that make you tired, unamused and uninspired. Stupid words that make you feel misunderstood. They blur the lines between the evil and the good. In the long run, hate is weak and love is strong. March on, march on, march on. Yeah. Okay, now you can sing this part with me if you'd like to. Beautiful. March on. Yeah, thank you. I love it. I love it. I love it when we all sing together. That's why we're here, right? When it first started happening and I learned what PPE was, we all did. I mean, who knew before that what the hell PPE was? We all found out about it. And in my community, I thought, well, what can we do as songwriters? You know, so a bunch of people donated their time and talents to this song, and we gave the proceeds to go towards PPE for first responders. And they all sang on It's Called God Save the World. Let's see if I can remember how it goes. Hey la la, are you feeling alright? Soaking up a summer's day, counting down to the perilous fight, stoking up some gamma rays. Whatever happened to loving each other? Big drum fill. Between words, are we missing the point? Pharisees and malcontents. Seems like no one is listening. None of this is making sense. Give us a sign we are not superheroes. Lightning is fine right now, anything goes. God save the world. God save the world. We're hoping for a cure for the battle that's raging. Am I breaking up? What are you waiting for? Oh my, tell me, what have we done? Here we go around again. Maybe this time we can get it right. Maybe there's a higher plan. Last night I found myself kicking and screaming. Opened my eyes, but it wasn't a dream. God save the world. God save the world. We're hoping for a cure for the battle that's raging. Am I breaking up? What are you waiting for? Look at the sky, can't you see that it's falling? Is there nothing more we can do? Something is taking the world by the balls. Whoever you are, we're begging you. Whoever you are, we're begging you. God save the world. God save the world. We're hoping for a cure for the battle that's raging. Am I breaking up? What are you waiting for? Thank you. All right, so I have time for one more song. Is that cool? This song I wrote when I was robbed at gunpoint, and anybody that has had a gun pointed at them knows that you got to get it out somehow. So it made me think a lot about the world and about life, and so I just kind of, again, I try to wrap it up in a box and write it down. The song is about freedom. I met a man with a gun, following me from behind. When he put that gun into my back, had me frozen where I stood. And now his trouble is mine. Asked by a woman of age, noticed a vacancy sign. They said no one ever came to call, so she checked out for good. I hear the children are fine, and the children in the city don't play in the yards. Watching from the windows, they'll be safe behind the bars of freedom. it has to humble a man to lose his house and his home. When a poor boy is tired of being poor, he knows there's got to be something more. And so he picks up the phone. And there are so many questions. Are you black or white? Sleeping with another man and giving up your right to freedom. And the leaders of my country, well, they tell me they're my friends. And if I listen carefully, I'll grow up to be them. So hooray for all the soldiers sticking to their guns. If destiny was up to me, I think I'd make a run for freedom. Teach me the language of love, unspoken and understood. After all this talk of making peace, well, I think I've heard enough. I'd close my eyes if I could. But hooray for conversation, trying to make some sense. Are we feeling strong enough to disarm the defense? And hooray for all the nations bleeding us to war, all in the name of love or something that I'm not sure of. Hooray for my religion, I don't know what for, but someone said if I believe they'd open up the doors to 1,000 hungry people that I may never meet. Let them reach the promised land and gobble up the streets of freedom. Thank you so much. I'm going to turn it over to Jody now.
Geez, I'm glad nobody ever stuck a gun in my back. That's all I can say. Michelle, when you get a chance, I'd love to talk to you. I always admire people that write kind of light, puffy songs.
Michelle Mangione, everybody.
Yeah. You know, it's funny. We're in the same town. We kind of do a lot. I mean, same general area. We play a lot of the same places and all that stuff. But I haven't really seen you that many times, and it's really
Not in this context either.
not in this context. Because the other thing I was noticing, I was complimenting Jody on her feel. You know, just her time and how she sinks into the time. And then I was like, man, you do that too. And then I remembered, oh, you're a drummer.
Right, that's my first love.
So
My first love was drums.
yeah, and it shows. But you know, there's a million drummer jokes out there.
I probably know almost all of them.
Do you know the one about why do drummers put the sticks on their dashboard when they park?
I do not. Why?
So they can park in the handicap zone. So I knew when you didn't know.
But I'm bummed,
Exactly.
right?
Anyway, that was fantastic. I was really amazed
Thank you.
at the quality of your playing and your writing and the whole thing, and it's deep.
Thank you. I know sometimes it's actually the people close to me are like, you want to get that deep into, and I'm like, yeah, I do. I think that, especially as women, I think that sometimes really expressing whether it's anger or sadness or, frustration or whatever, if we can do it through this vessel,
Yeah.
I have to.
Yeah.
I have to. The funny thing when you were talking about songwriting, and you were mentioning with Jody, is about being a songwriter is you write this song. And I remember the first couple times I wrote a song, the first time I played it, a song that I wrote for someone, and they said, okay, oh, that's great. Like, now what? And I was like, we got to do something with it. I'm like, didn't I just do it?
Yeah.
Like, and it's weird because it's one of those things being an artist that you create something, and then I put pressure on myself to then do something with it, and it's just the way it is. Sometimes it's just fine.
Well, I mean, you have to be willing to accept that you're doing it for yourself. I mean, from a soulful thing, like expressing something. And of course, the other complicated thing is you want to share it with somebody. And aside from all the things you get, power and fame and money and all those kind of things, there's also even beyond that.
I didn't get any of that. Where's that?
I'm saying people strive, and that's the successful thing that drives us.
Right.
But then there's also the thing that's the spiritual thing, which is I just want to share this. And the unfortunate thing is, without the other things, you can't share it because people they won't pay to see you because they don't know who you are.
Right.
And it's a real conundrum. And this is, in a way, this is what I think the Tuesday thing is so good for, is to bring in people that are, world-class writers and musicians that have dedicated their lives to this thing and didn't make that other thing of spending all the time trying to figure out how to make people pay to see
Buy
them.
it.
Buy it, yeah, because that's a whole other skill set.
That's right. Thank God for the internet now, right?
Yeah, well, I don't know. It's just maybe could be our downfall.
Right.
With Facebook, Beth, she's going to correct me because I never get this correct, but she always says, when I was growing up, I just wished I could read people's minds, and now that I can, I wish I couldn't.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah. So, good, thank you. I finally got it right.
Yeah.
She's corrected me so many times, I've got it now. But anyway, so really great to have you here. And, just briefly, we were talking beforehand because I don't really know you. I just said, is there anything you want to talk about or anything you don't want to talk about? And you said, well, I don't really want to talk about my day gig because it's really boring, I think. Or not, correct me if I'm wrong.
Because it's boring, yeah.
But then I said, what is that? And you said you do estate sales.
I do. I have with my wife, I have an estate sale company, and we've been doing it for about 10 years. Yeah.
Because I love Antiques Roadshow.
Oh, yeah. And that's what it is every day. Yeah, right? I mean, like I said, we've sold everything from Cessnas. We sold a Cessna to somebody had abandoned turtles in their home, and little cute little turtles, and we had to find homes for the turtles. So it's really, it's never a dull moment.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, not to just turn the whole thing about me, but I've done most of my living by music, and I had to do, I did some commercials in my life, and it's that same thing. You never know what you're going to get. I had a toilet seat commercial once. But recently, really, I don't do that anymore, but I did get a call from a fellow that I do a lot of stuff for, and he said that somebody went on some television show, like a big show. I can't think of the name of either of the people. Doesn't really matter. But they talked about that they had their dog fixed, and that they got these artificial testicles that this fellow had invented like 30 years ago.
Yeah.
And he just made them in his garage.
Yeah.
Like we were saying, everybody has a soulful.
You can buy them on the internet.
Well, so anyway,
Yeah.
Somebody went on the show, and suddenly he's getting orders for $2,000 a week, And so I got a call from somebody and said, can you do the commercial? Because the guy also wrote a jingle, but he couldn't sing very well.
Oh, wow, okay.
So there's a lot of variety out there. There's a lot of excitement, just like in my business, just like in your selling of turtles and Cessnas. There's a song in there somewhere. And
Yes. Cessnas and turtles. Speaking of songs.
yeah, let's get on with it. Thank you so much, Michelle Mangio.
Oh, thank
Yeah.
you.
Okay, now I'm going to introduce Jody Siegel, who you already know.
Thank you, guys. All right. Okay, so I'm fascinated by how couples get together, you know, like what they have in common. Like, for instance, if you're into rocket science, you would hang out with a rocket scientist, if I could say that fast. Or if you were into books, you might hang out with an author or something. But what if you were into the circus? Then you might do this. You must really dig the circus, the way you love that clown. Oh, baby, you weren't even nervous when that joker, he pulled the big tent down, but you should have had your head examined when he shot you out of that cannon and you died laughing accidentally on purpose. You must really love the high wire, hanging with that acrobat. Oh, you never broke a sweat, flying without a net, even when his trapeze collapsed. You kept swinging the tail of that tiger off your rocker with desire, baby. You fell accidentally on purpose. You gotta be a bad love junkie with a sideshow attraction, 'cause only a crash test dummy loves an accident waiting to happen. You gotta be a better love junkie with a sideshow attraction, 'cause only a crash test dummy loves an accident waiting to happen. Everybody loves a carnival with roller coasters and magicians, till somebody gets hurt. Then the greatest show on earth ain't worth the price of admission. So if your hot ticket is a 3-ring event, going down in flames ain't no coincidence. No, it's accidentally. In no probability, it's got to be accidentally on purpose. Thank you. Yay. Can I get a little more monitor, please? I'm kind of hard of hearing. Yeah, a lot of years with bands. That's why I play by myself now, because Just can't do it anymore. Anyway, like I was saying when Steve was talking to me in my little interview, that I come from a musical family. My dad did, he was into musical theater. My two brothers, musicians as well, an orchestrator and a drummer. And so there was a lot of musical theater songs around the house, and I loved those songs. And I always thought it was cool how they wrote songs. The song and the musical, I still watch musicals, and you wouldn't know it because I play blues songs and stuff, but I like those songs, but I like how in those songs that somebody writes a song and they start singing and it saves their relationship, and that's it. That's all it takes. That's all you need to do is write a song and it saves your relationship. So this is my Save a Relationship song. If somebody's leaving, you would sing this to them. You're actually saying that you're sorry that you made some mistakes. You got to say you're sorry, right? Remind me that when I get in my next relationship. Can you hear that? Because it doesn't seem very loud to me. I've been wrong before, baby. I have hurt you some, gone off half crazy. I may be clear out of my mind, but this time it's not superfluous. Oh, baby, I've been wrong before, but I'm right about us. Oh, now, baby, I know sometimes I act like a real fool and embarrass you, honey. I'll lose my cool, go on Amazon and spend too much money. I can make a mess of nearly everything I touch. Oh, baby, I've been wrong before, but I'm right about us. Oh, it might seem counterintuitive that opposites make a perfect fit, but reason's got nothing to do with it. It feels so natural to be irrational with you. Oh, it might seem counterintuitive that opposites make a perfect fit, but reason's got nothing to do with it. It feels so natural to be irrational with you. Oh, baby, I know sometimes that I'm no angel. I'll drink a little, stay out too late, but I'd never be unfaithful. Oh, my bark is always way more than my bite ever was. Ooh, baby, I've been wrong before. So before you walk out that door, ooh, honey, I've been wrong before, but I'm right about us. Don't go, baby, I'm sorry. Thank you. So I'm going to do some new songs too, because songwriters, at least me, when I write a song, I always think my new songs are better than my old song, which isn't true, But it's just, you get bored with yourself, kind of, you just want to hear something new. So. All right, so what can I say about this song? I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say anything. Generosity makes us rich, greed brings us down. Whatever we say or do comes back around. Most things we say in anger or we live to regret, like those promises better left unsaid. Ooh, I don't know why simple things can be so hard, and I don't know why sometimes I cannot see a light in the dark, and I don't know why I'll take something beautiful and tear it apart. Oh, but all I know of love I learned from a broken heart. They say foolish pride comes right before a fall. If there's nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. We are only as sorry as all those secrets that we hide. Oh, but telling a half-truth is still a whole lie. Ooh, I don't know why simple things can be so hard, and I don't know why sometimes I cannot see a light in the dark, and I don't know why I'll take something beautiful and tear it apart. But all I know of love I learned from a broken heart. All these excuses only go so far in an apology. Oh, this world is filled with good intentions, but everybody's second guessing. Maybe that's why simple things can be so hard. And maybe that's why sometimes I cannot see that love light in the dark. And maybe that's why I took our good thing, baby, and tore it apart. Oh, I was just confused by all those good things that I saw in you. 'Cause all I knew of love I learned from a broken heart. Thank you. I'm sucking on these new lozenges, and they kind of stick to your teeth. It's a lot of information, isn't it? That you never thought you'd hear. Okay. So I have a new CD out, and of course, you know, this isn't true, but I have put my CD out, and then the pandemic hit. I kind of took it personally. Anyway, this is a song from that CD, and it's about standing up for who you are. I can't stand people that are wishy-washy. I want to know who you are. Maybe it's because I'm from Chicago and people just say what's on their mind. There's no filter, you know. But it would be cool, since we are singing, this is a singing event, that you could help me sing. And you'll go, hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. That's it. Some folks ride the fence, playing hard to get, indecisively politically correct, dodging confrontation about race or religion, backing up from any head-on collision, but it's all the same in love and war. You've got to be present to be accounted for. If you don't stand for something, you fall for anything. Don't hang around like a puppet on a string. Mean what you say what you mean. If you don't stand for something, you fall for anything. Here we go. Hey, 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 excellent. I had an uncommitted relationship. He was my indifferent guy with benefits. I let it go on and on such a long time. As his available 24-hour hotline, he was my only one. I was his reserve, a cheap date, till I found what I deserved. If you don't stand for something, you fall for anything. Don't hang around like a puppet on a string. Mean what you say what you mean. If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. Here we go. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. Don't let surrender be your only option, or err on the side of caution, baby. Turn the corner with some devil may care. Be somebody who will dare to be different. Do 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 do. 'Cause it's all the same in love and war. You got to be present to be accounted for. If you don't stand for something, you fall for anything. Don't hang around like a puppet on a string. Mean what you say what you mean. If you don't stand for something, you fall for anything. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, hey, hey. Okay, so I'm going to play one more song. This is so much fun. It's so great. So thank you for coming out, especially I know when it gets dark at 4 o'clock now and you think it's time to put on your jammies. Don't you? I mean, I do. I go, yesterday at 5 o'clock, it was so dark. Gosh, I couldn't believe it. And I really thought of putting on my pajamas. I go, must be time for bed. I go, 5 o'clock. What a loser. Well, sometimes I do get up at 4 or 5, but it doesn't matter, it's still. Don't tell anyone. I go to bed at 7 sometimes. Don't tell. All right, here's a song I wrote with my friend Harold Payne. I love writing with Harold. He wrote a bunch of songs with Bobby Womack, and he lives in my neighborhood too, and he's one of the few people who will let me contact him at 7:30 in the morning. This is called Wild Hearts. And by the way, there's a lot of songs out there now called Wild Hearts. I noticed that Pink has a song called Wild Hearts, and so does Keith Urban. So, but mine came out before theirs, I'm just saying. This world keeps trying to bring me down, but I ain't listening to those crazy sounds. I got my own frequency, whoa, got my own moves. Ain't nobody gonna mess with my groove, no. Wild hearts can't be broken. Oh, wild heart, it beats inside of me. Wild hearts, whoa, need to be free. See, I wasn't made in no assembly line. I might have an attitude, but at least it's mine. Oh, but I'll keep trying to reach you. I'll even meet you halfway. Push me too far, I don't wanna play. No, wild hearts can't be broken. Oh, wild heart, it beats inside of me. Wild hearts, whoa, need to be free. Free to be whoever I wanna be. Whatever is calling me, whatever is calling me. Got nothing to lose, whoa, but everything to gain. Spirit like mine can't be tamed. No, wild hearts can't be broken. heart, it beats inside of me. A wild heart, it keeps on growing. A wild heart, it beats inside of me. Wild hearts won't need to be free. Yeah, need to be free. Whoa, wild heart, they need to be free. Talking about wild heart. Whoa, talking about wild hearts, yeah, yeah, need to be free. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Beth and Steve. Michelle was awesome, too. This was a lot of fun. Thank you for coming out to hear live music. We'll see you next time. Take care.
Thanks for coming. Thanks to Jody Siegel. Thanks to Michelle. Thanks to Steve. Thanks to Nick. Thanks to Laguna Live. Thanks to Laguna Cultural Center. And good night.